What's going on, everyone? Thanks for clicking on the video, and today we're going to be checking out Thumper for the Nintendo Switch. Now, just like last time, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how this game looks and plays in TV mode, and I'm also going to be showing you guys how it looks and plays in tabletop mode as well. So sit back, relax, and let's find out if you should buy Thumper for your Switch. Alright guys, I don't even know where to begin with this game. Now, I know that Thumper has been out for a little while on other systems. I mean, it's out on PC, it's out on PS4, it's even out on Oculus Rift, so you can play this thing in VR on Oculus and PSVR actually. But now, we have it on the Switch finally. We have a portable version of Thumper, and this is my first time jumping in actually, so it's super weird, and I'm just gonna let the game speak for itself by jumping right into the very first level and showing you guys, in case you're new to it, how it actually plays. I mean, it's really hard to explain. I mean, you basically play as a space beetle, and I really think that like the developers were probably on like LSD or something like that when they made this game, because it is incredibly out there, but at the same time it's so genius. Like the gameplay itself, it looks really simple when you're just kind of staring at it, but at the same time, like, it's incredibly deep, and there's a lot to it. There's so much to do in this game. Now, at its core, Thumper is basically a rhythm game. It's like a rhythm action game, or a rhythm action racing game, you could even call it. But at the same time, it's more than just like Dance Dance Revolution. It's actually not Dance Dance Revolution or any kind of rhythm game like that, or anything like that you've played before. This is really almost like, to me, feels like a roguelike in a way, even though it's got a ton of checkpoints, but within its difficulty level, like with how sort of out there it is, and how many different ways you can accomplish things, and how you can go back and perfect your score, and how they constantly introduce new mechanics like what they just did right there, which is now we have a turn. So instead of just hitting those like rhythm pods or those rhythm lights or whatever that were coming down the railway like that, now we have turning, and each level that you play, there's like more mechanics that are introduced. So right now we have like that sort of timing jump right there, and then we also have the turn. So the timing jump, or like that railway light where you have to actually do something, is the only time that you actually have to press a button in Thumper, and that's the I just messed it up because I was explaining it, but the only time that you have to press a button is when those lights come down. So I'm pressing the A button, which is the default button that you press, that just the game comes with. But you can map it to any button on the Joy-Con itself. So you can go into the options menu and you can make it like the right trigger if that's what you want. That's actually what I have it set as, but I switch back and forth. It kind of depends on like how I'm playing the game. If I'm playing it in handheld mode, I like to use this, but if I'm playing it like on the Pro Controller, which you can use the Pro Controller to play it as well, then I like to use the A button for some reason. So it's just a matter of personal preference, and I like that the game lets you play the way that you want to play. So right now we're, I believe, on the first level, the very beginning of the game. Stuff is super easy now, but I've gotten into like level 4 or world 4 of 9, and within each one of those is essentially like anywhere between 18 to like, I don't know, 40 levels or something like that. It's crazy. Like, there's a ton of levels, but all of those little levels are seamlessly blended together. So you can see right now, we started out like World 1, Level 1, and now we are at World 1, like level 4 or 5 or something like that. We've sort of like transported in between all of them. And one of the magical points of Thumper, like one of the parts why I think that Thumper is special on the Switch, not just because of the portability factor, but is the rumble factor. Like, the HD rumble shines so much in the Switch version of Thumper. It's insane. You can feel, when I'm grinding against this wall, I can feel it in this controller. Like, I can feel the controller grinding is what it feels like. Or if I go to this side right here, I'm just gonna let myself die. If I go to that side right there, then I can feel the grind in that controller, and it's just so powerful. Like, it's so satisfying. And when you hit the marks correctly, when you get all of the timing right, like those rails right there, you feel every click individually so accurately. Like, this is the most satisfying rumble game I've ever played in my life. So like sometimes when you just want to veg out on the couch and, you know, get lost in like some crazy game and feel like the tactile feedback of the rumble, which trust me guys, it feels good, like it's worth it, then Thumper is a really good choice to explore that. It's a really interesting thing to try out, even just for the rumble feature itself. This game should definitely, if it had box art, it would say like features HD rumble on it, because that is how impressive it is in Thumper. I can't stress that enough, so much so that I'm getting obliterated. But I think it's a perfect time to switch over to handheld mode, or tabletop mode actually, and show you guys exactly how this game runs on the Switch's screen at 720p. Okay, so this is what the game looks like running in handheld mode on the Switch's screen at 720p, and as you can see, I don't think it misses a beat. Honestly, I think it looks very, very nice, and the HD rumble is still there, of course. I like playing it in handheld mode, personally, but tabletop mode is nice too. I mean, it's not a multiplayer game, so you're not going to be tossing another Joy-Con to anybody anytime soon, but still, it's a really cool experience being able to slide off the Joy-Cons, and for anybody who has a Switch and has experimented with tabletop mode, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And this is totally one of those games that enables you to sort of feel the full potential of the HD rumble, and I feel like you can feel it just a little bit better when the Joy-Cons are off themselves. But I really, really do like this game. I mean, it's so much fun, and it runs so nicely both in TV mode and handheld mode itself, so I like this. But the question is, will you like it? So should you buy Thumper on the Nintendo Switch? Well, alright, let's look at the facts here. The game is a couple years old now, and if you had a PS4 or a PC, then you've probably had plenty of opportunities to pick this thing up. So why should you get it on the Switch? The portability factor of having a game like Thumper on the go is ridiculously cool. I mean, it takes full advantage of the Switch's HD rumble, so you feel every single reaction whenever the beetle does something like a sharp turn against one of those hard rails, or pressing the action button whenever you're supposed to hit one of the rhythms. It's so satisfying to play the game. Whether you're playing in TV mode or handheld mode, it's beautiful on the screen. The music is ridiculously awesome, and when you get into a rhythm, when you're actually getting it right, and you can pick it up pretty quickly. It does get difficult towards the end of the game, but in the beginning it does a good job teaching you how to play the game. So once you're there during the hard parts, it does a good job balancing the difficulty with the fun. And if you're good at it, or if you're diligent with it, then it is very satisfying to pass through. So should you buy Thumper for the Nintendo Switch? I mean, it's $20 on the eShop, guys. I think this game is totally worth your money. It's got a bunch of replay value because it's got a play mode and a play plus mode, and it's just really fun all around in general. So pick it up, do yourself a favor. It's got my stamp of approval. It's single player only, but that's okay. I mean, sometimes it's fun to play with yourself. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about Thumper. Let me know if you're picking it up. Join me in the comments below. You know I'm hanging out there all the time. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like it and subscribe for more Switch videos just like this one. Thanks, and have a great day.